Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 signs your crush likes you back. We all get crushes on people, but it's hard to know whether they like you back or not. There's no superpower available to allow you to tell if a boy or girl likes you back, but these are 10 things to look out for which should give you the answer to your question. Before this video starts, click the link in the top right corner to subscribe to Little Things for more amazing content. Also subscribe to Top 10s and turn on notifications and comment done when you've done this for a shout out at the end of our next video. Coming in at number 10, we have body language. When we speak, we all use body language. But how someone uses their body language when speaking to you could determine whether they like you or not. If they seem tense when you're around, they may be trying to conceal their crush on you. Also, when they sit down, look at their legs. If they're open and facing towards you, then this is a good sign they want to open up to you. But if their legs are crossed and facing away from you, then this is not a good sign. Another thing to look out for is them looking deep into your eyes. This means they're trying to get to know you and are giving you their undivided attention. And finally, when you tell a joke, whether it be good or bad, if they laugh, move their body around and look at you when you tell it, this is a great sign. So be sure to really pay attention to your crush's body language to see if they like you back. Next up is shyness. Even though your crush may look at you a lot and sometimes use physical contact, this doesn't change that they will be shy. First, check out how they are with other people, as they may just be generally shy. But if they're normally super confident but shy around you, then this is a sign they like you. One sign of shyness is their speaking. If they're constantly stuttering and stumbling over their words, then they're overthinking what they're saying because of you. And if they're playing with their hands and can't seem to sit or stand still, then this is another sign they like you. These signs of shyness are good indications of their attraction to you. But be sure to know the person well first to make sure they're not just generally shy. But if they're only shy around you, then you might want to ask them out, because chances are they like you. Next up is let's get physical. That's right, someone who has a crush on you will try and make physical contact. Go figure. This one is more typical to girls, however, as it's less socially acceptable for men to do this. If your crush goes out of their way to touch you, then this is a great sign. This could involve bumping into you when walking or putting their hand on your shoulder. They may also wipe things off your face and ask for things like piggybacks. These are ways of getting close to you and a way to get your attention. And some gestures that may not even seem like flirting could still be a sign. Some people may do things like hit you lightly or seem kind of mean to you, which may seem unnatural. And if they're being unnaturally still, then this may mean they know their body language is going to give away their crush, so look out for both ends of the stick. And check out how physical your crush gets with you. It's a great way to see if they're into you. Next up is FYI. One thing you may have to look out for when it comes to your crush is how much and what information they give you. Do they ever tell you super personal things or maybe a secret about themselves? This means they may want to get to know you on a deeper level and that they like you. Also, giving people personal information means they want personal information back from you. And above all, it's a sign of trust, which is key in any relationship. The topics can include private family matters. But another thing to look out for is info on their past relationships. If they start talking about their lame ex, chances are they want you to chime in and replace them. You can also think about the information you give them and see if they bring up really obscure things like your mother's name or your favorite food. This means they hang on your every word and are paying you a lot of attention. Not only that, they actually want you to notice that they're noticing you. This may then persuade you to do the same thing and then maybe form a relationship. Next up is eye contact. Eye contact may seem natural, but it's super important. During conversation, if your crush is making eye contact, that means they're super engaged with you. And if their pupils grow larger as they're making eye contact, this is a scientific sign they're into you. Another thing to make sure of is if they're making eye contact with you in a room full of people. This means that out of all of the people in the room, they like you the most. Don't worry if they're not making eye contact with you 100% of the time, as that's pretty hard no matter how big a crush someone has. Try talking in a group with your crush and see if they make eye contact. Also, be sure to make eye contact with them while doing this, as this relaxes people into making eye contact back. This is something that goes over a lot of people's heads, as eye contact is so simple and natural. But if you understand the psychology behind it, you can actually see how it would be used to show attraction. So be sure to keep an eye on your crush's eye. Next up is hanging around. Do you notice your crush hanging around you the whole time? Perhaps if you say you're going somewhere quickly, they say, "Oh, I'll come too." Well, this may mean that they like you but are trying to be discreet about it. Another thing to look out for is they're making big, obvious actions when they're near you. Often this means they're trying to let you know that they're there and want your attention. Also, if they try and be with you even when they're not physically there, this is a strong sign. What I mean by that is calling or texting you about unnecessary things, like "Do you have the homework?" when they already have it. And even forcing you into spending time with them is another sign they're into you. This can be anything from them begging you to go do something with them to them picking you to be on their sports team. Next up is Peeping Tom. Do you ever catch yourself taking a sneaky look at your crush from across the room? Well, if someone has a crush on you, then they'll be doing the same thing. Check them out and see if they're looking at you. An even stronger sign is if they look away as soon as you catch them looking. This is a sign of nervousness and shyness that we've already covered. And if they never look at you and it seems they're actively trying not to let you see they're looking at you, then perhaps they're trying to conceal their crush. And they may have a secret crush they don't want you to know about. If you want to see if your crush is looking at you without them seeing you looking at them, then get a friend to check if they're looking at you. Then let your friend tell them if they're into you or not. Next up is respect. Respect is a big deal when it comes to crushes. They don't need to give you any street cred, but you do need to make sure that they're being a gentleman or gentlewoman. That's right, this means they really like you. If they open a door for you, this is a good indication that they're trying to be respectful towards you. And if they're normally kind of distant or rude to people but seem nice to you, this is a good sign. Well, a good sign they like you at least. Another thing to look out for is if they stick up for you when somebody insults you. So watch out for these signs, along with them getting along well with your friends and people who are nice to you. This means they want to be a part of your group and eventually be by your side. Next up is mirror, mirror on the wall. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who has a crush on me? Okay, that's not how to do this tip, but this is about mirroring. For this, make sure to take a good look at how your crush moves, if you don't do that anyway. But also think about what body motions and moves you're doing. And if your crush is doing the exact same body movements and motions right after you've done them, then they likely have a crush on you. It's proven that when someone is attracted to another person, they mirror their movements. This is also because they want to seem similar to you to attract you. We all know the phrase opposites attract, but this is something most people don't think of subconsciously. Subconsciously, we all think similarities attract, and mirroring is a perfect way to express this. So if you begin touching your hair and crossing your arms and your crush repeats it, then this means they're checking you out. This is usually subconsciously, and they're doing the same thing you did to form a sense of closeness. So if your crush is acting like a human mirror, then bite the bullet and ask them out. Next up is laugh look. This tip is super simple and effective, and it involves you being in a group setting. Once you're in a group setting with your crush, wait until somebody makes a joke and everyone laughs. When this happens, look straight to your crush and check who they're looking at. It's scientifically proven that when you're in a big group of people laughing, you will look to your crush first. So really, I didn't have to tell you to look at your crush, as you'll be doing it anyway. Anyway, whoever your crush looks at when they begin to laugh in a group is who they like. This can sometimes differ if visual comedy is involved, so don't be misled by that. But if it's a verbal joke and they look straight at you when everyone starts laughing, then they're into you. And maybe once you two have snuck away from the group, you can pop the big question. That is asking to go on a date. Don't try and propose. It doesn't work out well, trust me. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you can vote for the best sign your crush likes you. I think it's the laughing one because that is super handy and effective. This video's shout out goes to Cloudy1 Awesome Boy 1. Subscribe and turn on notifications and comment done for a shout out in the next video. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.